Hi guys, welcome to the Jarrow Vikings Insane Angling. It's definitely insane today. It's June, man. What's going on? Bloody hell. Raining, it's freezing cold. Last week I went up to Eyemouth, I only caught one little codlin. It was terrible, really bad. So, as you can see, I'm on Druridge Bay today in Northumberland looking for bass. Probably no flatties about, it's a bit too rough, but hopefully I'll get a bass sooner or later. I say it's quite a rough sea on, so I decided to come bass fishing instead of wrasse or codlin off the rocks. It's a bit too dangerous. Normally they're not even there anyway when it's too rough. So yeah, today I've got actually I've got a continental rod out there. It's an Agios Fury. 14-foot 3-piece rod, just so I can get a little bit of distance. I've got a 7-ounce weight on there. I know it sounds a bit strange getting a bit distance for bass, but there's some holes out there which are at a little bit of a distance, so that's what I'm going to try anyway. And I've also got a small spinning rod there with a 2-ounce weight on. And I'm just about getting away with holding in the waves with that. First rod's out at about 100 yards, I reckon. That's the continental rod. And my other rod, small spinning rod, that's only out about 20-30 yards. So I'm kind of covering the ground, looking for bass if they're close in or they're further out. Hopefully they're there at all. But only go and try. So yeah, that's the setup. I've got 2 hook flappers on, baited with ragworm. Some nice ragworm as well, nice wild ragworm, so my hopes are quite high, especially when it gets a bit darker and gets towards high tide. So we'll see what happens. Wish me all the best. Tight lines. Just had a nice bite there. Felt a little knock again there. Could be something there. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to pull this little rod in first because it's in the way. And we'll bring it in and see what it is. If it's a fish. I think I might just go with one rod. It's a bit crazy today. Oh, I think we've got a little fish. Yeah, a little flatty. GoPro on my head properly. So we've got the first fish of the day. It's only a little one. Got a fish there anyway. Small flounder. Happy days. Blank off. I'll put this one down. We'll release it in a moment. I'll bring us in. We'll manage to catch anything. This was a good bite on here. Possibility it might have hooked itself. So I've got a 7-ounce gripper on this. I've got a fish, it's not a big one. Might be something there, like. That's my gripper hitting the sand. It feels like it could be. Get a bit closer, see what we've got. Let's hope it's a first bass. I'm fairly sure there's a fish on here. What we've got? Yes, there we go. Bass, happy days. Thought it would be. Oh. So the bass and the flounder. This one's not sizable to keep, so we'll put it back. So there we go, there's the first one. Left me with a little bit of blood as well. We'll get it back. It's only a wee fella, but nice to see. Good start. Watch him go back. There he is. Going the wrong way, son. There you go, through my legs. Come on, through my legs. Woo. Yeah, he's a goner now. He's away. Back in the surf. Getting another bite. There it goes. I think this one might have hooked itself as well. They give a tremendous tug at first, trying to pull your grip out of the sand, but then I think they hook themselves. So I can feel it. Again, if it's a fish, it's not a big one. You don't really tend to get really big bass in the northeast. It's a possibility though. Definitely had a few little knocks here. Fish, a small flounder. And quickly unhook this one and put it back. That's what was baiting before. You thought it was a nice bass, but flounder. I'm sure the bass will come again. Put this back. Both sides. There he goes. Amazing. Yeah, so I bought this new headlamp. My old one died, something the matter with the wiring or something, so I bought a new LED lenser because they do serve me well. This one was only 50 quid. It's got a nice white light, a red light for bass fishing, telling lies. So yeah, I've got a nice red light for bass fishing in the dark. Apparently the bass can't see the red light. We've also got the white light. Get the white light on. Yeah, quite a bright light. Oh, that doesn't blind you, it's blinding me. I'll only be using the white light for baiting up. When it gets dark, I'll be mainly using the red light. There we go. The red light, not to scare the bass. And that Achios Fury where I've bought, it's got a luminous tip, so I'll not even need to shine my headlamp on it. So really good. So yeah, if you're looking for a nice simple little headlight for bass fishing or even for general fishing, this one, it's got quite a decent range, good few hours, and ideally it's got the red light for bass fishing. But there we go. Hope we can catch a few more fish now, especially in the dark. I just had a cracking bite on my little bass rod. Pulled it off the rod stand. Let's hope it comes back. Let's hope it's a big bass. Definitely a fish. I was winding in my other rod, so I wasn't quite ready for it. I love that when a fish pull it off the rod stand. This rod's not very far out neither. I don't think it's going to come back though. I'll give it a little jiggle around. See if there's a fish nearby. See if I can entice it. Yeah, I've got a fish on. Give it a really good tug. It's got to be a bass or a big flounder. I'm pretty sure it's a bass. This is on my spinning rod, this. Only about 30 yards out. Don't know if you can see me rod bending there. Feels like a decent fish. That's what I thought before though, when I had a big lump of weed. Well, this is definitely a fish. It's giving a lovely fight. Wherever he is, it's got to be a bass. Come on. And it feels like a good one. See, jumping on the surface there. It's definitely a nice bass. Come on. Come to Davy. Seen his tail there. Got a bass and weed. Not quite as big as I thought because of that big lump of weed, but there's that fish I've just caught. It did give a nice fight on my spinning rod. It was wrapped in quite a big bit of weed as well though. thought it was going to be much bigger than it actually was, but hey, it's a Northumberland bass. Can't be grumbling about that, eh? Let's get it back. Okay, I'm back. That's number 2. Hold it by the tail till it's ready. Oh, I think he's ready. Crazy. He's up here somewhere. Going the wrong way again. Going the wrong way, fella. That way. That way. Waves coming. That way. There he's going. I love to see these fish go back. Going back strong now. It's gone. Another fish on here. Give it another cracking bite. So hopefully it's a bigger one. Whatever it is. Again, wherever this is, it's not a huge fish. But if it's a silver bullet, I'll be well happy with that. A bit closer to the water. There, come on. There's a flounder. Was it a dab? That's a yobble double do. Give a cracking bite at it. Oh, another nice bass, but that's another species for today. So that's dab, flounder, bass. I'm on the hook this one here. Get it straight back. There we go. Back to water. That's a nice stab, that. Yeah, so I've got some lovely ragworm from Lenny's Tackle and Bait. The size of that one. I'll keep that one for later in the dark. I'm putting a couple of nice ones on. I've decided on the big rod I'm just going to go down to a single hook rig with a pennel. Got a 2-0 hook on the bottom, some kind of Tronics Pro hook, and a smaller Aberdeen type hook on the top, just so you can see there's a small hook on the top there, Aberdeen type, and then got a slightly bigger hook on the bottom, some kind of Tronics Pro, and then I'm just wrapping it around the hook like that, the line, and if the fish goes for either end, hopefully I'll catch it. There, I'm not casting that far now, about 50 yards, that's where the fish seem to be, so we'll chuck this one out. Or cast this one out is probably the correct term. Man, I really like this rod. It's the first time I've used it today. Agios Fury FX 420. I think they're only about 135 quid. Lovely rod for the beach. Come in 3 pieces. Continental. And I think it's nearly 15 foot. I'm not casting too far, just a shortish lob, so 50-60 yards that, in the middle of the gully. Put the rod back on the rod stand, we'll bring the little rod in, see if whatever bit before might be hanging on. If it is hanging on, it'll not be a bass, it might be a flounder. I did not pull the rod off the rod stand though. I'm pretty sure it was a bass, biting really quick, but didn't get a hold of the hook. But we'll have a look anyway, and we'll bait this one up and get it out. There might be something on. Oh, there's something on. Felt it pulling back there. Don't know if you can see that on the... Definitely something there. It's just been sitting there, hasn't it? What is it though? Is it a bass or a flatty? Feels a bit too flighty to be a flatty, like. Feels more bassy. Come on, Shirley. You surely got to be a bass. Give him a nice little bend in the rod there now. What have we got? Yeah, I love this type of fishing in the surf. Still a few yards out yet, and the waves giving a bit of a fight there now though. Bit of weed there. If there's a fish, there's a bit of weed. Well, the weather's been pretty well horrendous, to be honest. It's getting dusky now, and I'm starting to get quite a few more bites over high tide. There's bass number 3. Try and get a good picture of it. There he is. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Bass number 3. Still not huge, but nice to see. Fish on here. Flatty, I think. Had a weird bit. Choking it down now. Don't know if you can hear me with the weather. I forgot my microphones as well, so you have to excuse me. Come on, fishy fishy. Flatty flatty, I'm sure. Still good fun, wherever you're catching, unlike here. See something jumping there, could be a bass. Seen a splash. Be nice if it is. It is, I think. Bass number 4. It's a bit bigger, I think. Oh, look at it go. Yeah. Another one, they're all about the same size, but this one's probably the biggest so far. The biggest one so far. Still not a keeper, but lovely. Great fun on my little spinning rod there. Hope we recorded all that. We'll put them back. Check I'm recording. Yes. There we go. Nice bit of silver. Getting dusky now, look at that, beautiful. It's what you want for bass. There he is. There it's gone. I've seen it go, but you probably didn't. Yeah, so all in all, lads, that wasn't a bad day out. Caught 4 bass, albeit a bit small, but we never really catch big ones in Northumberland anyway. At least I don't. They all seem to be catching that size and no bigger than about £3. But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed the video, and please leave a comment. As always, I like to read your comments, and if you haven't joined the channel, please subscribe. Again, costs you nothing to subscribe. And also, I must give a big shout out to Lenny from Lenny's Tackle, who supplied the ragworm. Some good bait there, some nice wild ragworm. And would I do it again? Of course I would. The weather was absolutely atrocious at times. Heavy rain, wind. It was getting rougher and rougher. So in the end, I decided to call it a day. At high tide, just as it was getting dark. I'd hoped to stay in the dark, but the elements were just against us. So again, hope you really enjoyed that video. Plenty more to come, that's for sure. Hopefully some better ones, and I'll be back on the rocks as soon as the weather gets nice again. But I was saying at the start of the video, what has happened to the British weather? My God, last year we were basking in the high 20s at this time of year in June, and now what's the temperature? It's 11 degrees, freezing, rain, windy, terrible. Not great for the fishermen, but I'm sure the rest of the year it'll pick up at some point, the weather, and we'll all be able to get out rock fishing and doing what you really enjoy best, out in the sun with shorts and t-shirts on, catching a few fish. So yeah, again, thanks for tuning in. Catch a few fish, tight lines.